Knight or have access to a Bloodborne looking armor set, you are in the right place. I will be covering 3 armor sets and their weapons for your visual upgrade needs. And you won't believe how well hidden each of the armor pieces is, so join me as I hunt them all in this journey. Like for example, the Sunset Reed set is a must-have if you want to roleplay as a Devil Swordsman of Pywell. This set offers 18 raw defense, which is kinda low because it has an initial 2 refinement upgrade, which you can easily correct by upgrading each piece to +4. The Reed Devil set offers additional movement speed in general, which matches the set's theme. But the highlight of this set is the gloves, that provides you with level 1 attack speed and Slashing Reed's Abyss gear. The Slashing Reeds will allow the user to perform quick slashes after receiving hits from enemies and damage them back. To activate this special ability, quickly press the dodge button, which is the circle button in my case, after receiving a direct hit from an enemy. And in my opinion, the Slashing Reeds should take effect during perfect dodges and not on hits. But let me know what you think in the comments. The Hollow Visage Katana or Tachi or the said weapon of the Sunset Reed is where the value is, as this one-handed sword is one of the best earliest swords you can get in the game. It offers 15 raw attack stat, level 2 attack speed, and level 1 critical rate. And get the cloak by heading to the Castlewood Ruins southeast of the town of Hernan. But the marked location on the screen right now is where you need to be. Upon arriving at the location, there's a treasure chest placed behind the iron spikes, and you can simply open these spikes by just lighting up the 2 braziers placed near it. Open the treasure chest and the Sunset Reed leather cloak will be yours. The Hollow Visage location is our next destination, and you can find the sword by heading to the Dawn Cave, located southwest of where we got the cloak. Access the lower levels of the waterfall where the mineral is located, which I am showing on the screen right now, to find the cave's entrance. Pierce through the waterfall and get the Hollow Visage at the end of the cave. The Sunset Reed leather armor can be found in Echoing Waves Cave, just southeast of where we found the Hollow Visage. Enjoy the scenery in here, and I am showing the surroundings so you will easily pinpoint my starting location. From the location where I started, descend by gliding your way down and follow the waterfall as we are hunting for the entrance. It is a little bit of a long descent, so take your time. Once you arrive at the entrance of the cave, use your stab ability as usual to pierce through the waterfall and get the Sunset Reed leather armor on the other side. The Sunset Reed boots are next on our list, so head to the Sanctum of Absolution for our next main destination, located west where we got the gloves. Accessing this area very early in the game will not spawn any enemies, so keep this in mind. Facing the entrance of the Sanctum, head to your left to access the west part of the area. Then give yourself a boost to be in midair, or you can just manually climb the upper west section of the Sanctum. What you need to do next is stand on the wall on your right, the one placed between the 2 huge pillars, and use your palm technique. You will notice that it is a moving wall. Make sure you level your character where the wall bends, and use another palm strike to make the wall move. Then climb the nearby pillar to access the movable wall, then cast another palm strike and directly move the wall back to its original place to get the Sunset Reed boots in the hidden room on the other side. And yes, it is so crazily hidden to the point that I can't believe it. To complete the set, the only thing left to do is progress in the story and defeat the Reed Devil in Chapter 3 if you haven't done so. Beating the Reed Devil encounter will reward you with the Sunset Reed leather gloves. And if you are getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. Or consider supporting us on Patreon or by becoming a channel member today, and I appreciate your support. The Helfryn set, or what I call the Bloodborne set, is by far one of my favorite sets in the game. Not to mention, there are few good light armor sets in this game, so if you want to deviate from the fully plated sets, then this armor is for you. The Helfryn set gives 20 raw defense without the shield and the headpiece, and also gives you lightning resistance as well. The set provides fairly decent abyss gears for starters, but what I want to highlight here are the gloves. The gloves will give you critical rate level 1, which is perfect for any unarmed martial arts setup. It also gives you 10% chance to pickpocket more items, so you will have the chance to double your stealing gains. And yes, later on in the game, you can stack this abyss gear to have significantly better effect. While the pirate hat is probably not part of the set, it matches the theme of the set very well. It also gives you the ability to detect nearby treasure chests, which is perfect if you are playing blindly. While the shield Black Sun gives you a level 2 movement speed, so that's a good bonus. Starting with the Helfryn leather boots first, and all of the major pieces of the set can be found in the town of Demenis. The southern gate is where you need to be, and once you arrive in the location, notice that there's a hole barricaded in the wooden planks in the eastern section of the town's walls. Access the secret hole by crouching, and the boots can be found in the treasure chest inside the hidden area. Head to the Abyss Nexus inside the town, and this is our key starting point for this run when getting the shield. I am standing on the main castle walls in this recording, so you can pinpoint the location much more easily. Then head to the castle moats by gliding to it. If you access Demenis region pretty early, the guards will be hostile to you, as you can see here in my recording, but it is not really a big deal. Access the middle spacing of the bridge and grapple on the exact wall where I glided into. Use your palm strike to make the wall move, and on the other side, the chest in the hidden room will give you the Black Sun shield. The Helfryn's armor location can be found in the bell tower of Demenis, located in the southeastern section of the town. I am currently in the southern area of the town, and notice where I point and shoot my bow, and that location is where we need to be. You can climb your way up manually if you don't have the stamina. There are stairs that you can access to reach the upper section of the tower, so you can start from there. But in my case, I glided towards the tower and used the Axiom Force traversal move to reach the key section much faster in this case. Then hug the wall, place between the two small pillars in here, and push the wall until it moves. Inside the hidden room, find the treasure chest that will give you the Helfryn leather armor, and I still can't believe this is placed in here. Head to the northern section of the town, and the location on the screen right now will lead you to a tower connected to the town's main ramparts. The tower with vines is the one where we need to be, and the walls near the tower's roofing is where the secret wall is located. Make sure to grapple with the wall and use your palm strike to make the wall move, and find the Helfryn leather gloves on the other side. Sometimes I wonder why Pearl Abyss wanted us to suffer by hunting nearly impossible to find items. To save you the hassle, the location of the leather cloak is in the same area, and you can see the tower from here where we obtained the gloves, and the manor near the tower is where we need to be. There's a window that can lead you to the manor's attic to snag the chest containing the Helfryn leather cloak. The last piece that will make your Bloodborne set is the pirate's hat. Head to the town of Velua, located in the far southeastern section of Hernan. Then follow exactly where my marker is in here, so you can pinpoint my next location. In the location I pinpointed, there's a small boat that you can just use to reach the naval ship nearby, where the pirate hat is located. Use the boat to reach the naval ship, but make sure to not hit any floating mines in the area. So you can see here that getting near the mines activates them. So when this happens, just make sure to row your boat as fast as you can to avoid the explosion. Don't mind the ship's cannon when they fire, since you are too small to get hit. Climb the naval ship and clean all of the enemies in the area if you want to, which are all low-level enemies anyway. Access the inner section of the ship, and at the far end of the ship lies the treasure chest, containing the pirate's hat. If you want to roleplay as a Praetorian guard or simply look elegant while exploring the world of Pywell, the Golden Greed set will surely fit your preference. This armor set provides a whopping 42 raw defense because all of the armor pieces have an initial +4 refinement upgrade. The Golden Greed set is a well-balanced set when it comes to base performance, and also provides you with daze immunity and fire resistance. But the highlight here is the Golden Shield and the Golden Sword. Both items provide attack speed upgrade to your build. Starting the Golden Shield first, and the Silent Water Grotto is the key location where we will find the item, located in the eastern section of Demenis region, just east of Drywind Valley. Once you are in the location, use the long overhanging railings in here as a landmark, and notice the nearest waterfall ahead of us. This is where we need to be, and you can follow the chasm in here and glide your way down through the entrance of the waterfall. While I landed in the wrong solid waterfall area in here, notice the pile of stones near our location, and that is the indication of where the waterfall entrance is. Access the entrance, pierce through the waterfall with your stab ability to get the golden shield on the other side of the cave. The Gale of Judgment Cave is our next destination, located just north of the area where we got the shield. We are still following the same river in here when we are trying to get the shield. Observe the surroundings so you can pinpoint the location much more easily. Apologies here as my recording was made under a bad weather and the waterfall entrance where we need to be is just located under the train railings. Access the entrance and pierce through the waterfall and get the golden grade plate gloves at the end of the cave. The Sanctum of Renunciation is our next key location, located just northeast of where we found the gloves. Showing the surroundings right here so you can get your directions pretty easily. And I believe this is the eastern section of the Sanctum when facing the area's entrance. From the two pillars near my location, access the ruined eastern section of the Sanctum where the two braziers are located. Light up both braziers to unlock the iron spike blockade, which will then lead you to the chest area and get the golden grade plate helm. Northeast of the Sanctum of Renunciation, the Arihasa Cave houses the golden grade plate boots. This is a waterfall cave as usual, located in the Red River area. It is a bit challenging to pinpoint this area, so here's my current point of view. Just below a high tower so you can get your directions oriented. You can see here as well that this place is near a key location as well. From the location that I am currently in, drop down to a nearby tight space that will eventually lead us to a secret entrance. The secret entrance requires a focus force pump technique for us to get through. Once inside, snag the chest to get the key boots for this run. In the upper end of the Red River, the Venom Blade Grotto is our next destination. The key location is where the three wooden towers that can be seen from our point of view. We are tracking yet another waterfall cave as well. I am standing on the top of the waterfall here, so just descend while gliding to access the entrance of the cave. Pierce through the waterfall and at the end of the cave, get the golden greed cloak inside the chest and move forward. While the golden greed plate armor is just around the corner, located in Bursada Castle Ruins, located south of where we found the cloak. Upon arriving at the location, I am facing the entrance of the castle ruins and I will access the eastern section of the ruins. Apologies for bringing you here while it is raining and at night. I had to record this with the time I had. Follow the remaining pathway in here that will let you explore the eastern section of the ruins until the path breaks. Access the lower area from where the path breaks and notice that there's a stone staircase near where you landed. Access the staircase leading one level below and notice that there's an entrance on the right. Enter the hallway and follow through it until you reach the wall, where you will use your palm strike to access a hidden room and snag the golden greed plate armor from the chest so we can move forward with the sword. The golden sword requires a little bit of effort to get since it is locked behind the story mission Spires of the Stars in Chapter 4. So from the Skola Stone Institute, the main story mission will lead you to the Spires of the Stars. After completing the events in the Spires of the Stars, it will let you access the Sanctorium of Insight, which is the southwestern abyss area. And this is going to be our starting location when getting the golden sword. From the Abyss Nexus of the Sanctorium of Insight, access a teleporter in front of you to access the main grounds of the Sanctorium. Head to the monument and pass through it, and access the main Abyss Gate in front of you. The gate in my recording is already activated, so you can see here that all of the platforms I am stepping on were already lined up. Upon reaching the next platform, notice the huge square hole in the middle of the platform. And the next thing that you need to do here is hop onto the elevator in order to progress. The next main platform is where the next teleporter can be found, so you can just glide your way down to quickly reach the next teleporter. Accessing the teleporter here will then transfer you to our main puzzle area of the next abyss area, so prepare for not so long puzzle solving moments. Start the puzzle by noticing the powered up cell block or circuit on the other end of the area, right in front of you. So reach the location of the said circuit by gliding or swimming onto it. Or you can use the floating cubes in the surroundings to get your footing in the area. Use your axiom force to bring the circuit into an open space so you can move the cell block freely around the area. Then access one of the platforms in the center of the area where you can reach the circuit again. We are still moving the circuit with our axiom force in here. And notice that I am moving the circuit on its designated machine slot in the upper area, which you can clearly see from our location. Try to line up the circuit on the said machine slot, and before you slot the circuit, make sure that the orientation matches the slot. If you can't perfectly line up the circuit because you ran out of axiom force range, access the upper section of the area like what I did here to have a better positioning or vantage point when lining up the circuit with the slots with your axiom force. After lining up the circuit on its slot, the key here is gliding your way down slowly from the platform you are currently in, so you can use your focus palm technique to press the machine to its designated slot. An easier way is to get the skill axiom force current, so you can just transfer the force through your axiom force when slotting in circuits like this without a hassle. And you can easily access the force current in your skill tree. After slotting in the circuit, notice the two big spheres that emits light beams from your left and right. Access the left hand sphere first and use your axiom force to control where it shoots the light beams. Once you are in the first person mode while controlling the spear, shoot the mirror-like mechanism to reflect the light beams. Just make sure that you are shooting the same mirror like in my recording in here. You can see right here that I am demonstrating where you need to aim the light beam. Make sure that you move your camera to the left so you can see both of the mirror mechanism and the two mini glowing spheres on the main exit of the area. Your goal here is to reflect the light beams and hit the glowing circle on the right hand side of the exit door. Once again, I am demonstrating where you need to focus the light beam in here. If you've done it correctly, the mini sphere will then change its color to a blue one, signaling that you did the puzzle correctly. Once you are done in the left sphere, head to the other side of the area and access the second, bigger sphere in this puzzle. Just like the other sphere, access the bigger sphere by using your axiom force and aim the mirror-like mechanism in the top left corner of your screen, so you can bounce the light beams and hit the smaller sphere on the left-hand side of the exit door. If you do this correctly, both mini spheres in the exit door area are now colored blue, solving the puzzle as a whole. What's left to do here is to access the exit door area by just gliding your way in. Be careful with the light beams in here, as the beam can damage you and make you fall if you're gliding. Ride the airway duct upwards and it will lead you to the main courtyard of the secret garden. After exiting the air duct, notice that there's a conduit that you need to connect. Approach the conduit and connect it to make the power flow to the next mechanism that we need to access. Now the last thing that you need to do in this puzzle is to access the huge circular mechanism and crouch in the center. Then use your palm strike to solve the puzzle. Access the huge black monument in front of you and get an Abyss artifact as a reward. Continuing our journey by accessing the Vault of Vengeance Abyss area. And you can do this by doing a 180-degree turn and accessing the Abyss gate ahead of us. Use your axiom force to activate the terminal and easily do this by rotating the face of the console and stopping when it electrifies. The platform ahead of you will start to line up and form a path for you. Navigate the abyss by accessing the platforms carefully, or you can just power through by just gliding or just doing a focus aerial roll. In the next platform, notice that there's a huge disc connected to the main platform. Step on it and the disc will start to operate. Enjoy the view while you are on it, and the sphere will move through the stone hoops with intense speed. And this is my favorite part of the puzzle so far. The moving disc will stop on a medium platform where you will need to access smaller moving platforms to get across once again. If you have the stamina, you can just power through and glide your way all the way to the next major area ahead of us. If you don't have the stamina, on the other hand, be patient and just ride the moving platform and this will do the trick. The next set of platforms will then lead you to the entrance of the Vault of Vengeance Abyss area, which is our next main puzzle area. And make sure to activate the Abyss Nexus in here for later use. Before you interact with the puzzle at the entrance of the Vault of Vengeance, go to your skill tree and make sure that the focus shot ability is unlocked or learned, because this is the only way to solve the upcoming puzzles. After learning the focus shot, it is time to move on and solve the first puzzle in the area. Head to your left hand side and notice the energy cube floating near the trees. Drag the cube with your axiom force and place it on one of the stone braziers with the stone cubes on it, while the other cube is easy to see, which is located in the entrance right hand side. Drag the cube and activate the second stone cube in this area and the vault entrance will light up. Ready your bow and arrows, so aim for the glowing mechanism of the gate in front of you. While aiming, access your focus state, and you can do this by pressing the L3 plus R3 buttons. Once you are in the focus state, mark each of the glowing mechanism in here by pressing the R1 button. And then make sure to mark the mechanism in the center as well. You will see a red icon if you successfully mark the key mechanisms. If you did it correctly, the entrance of the vault will be unlocked. Use your Nature's Grasp to open the stone door manually and formally enter the vault. After entering the area, you will notice a lot of lasers are scattered across the room, which I call the Mission Impossible area. And notice a set of glowing mechanism on top of each pillar in front of you. So ready your bow and arrows once again and access your focus shot mode. Mark each of the glowing mechanisms, and there are 4 in total. Once all of the mechanisms are hit with your lightning fast arrows, the laser will stop, and finally, the golden source location will be revealed. Get the golden sword placed in the middle of the area. To make the most of your efforts and travels, we will press onwards to complete the remaining section of the vault. From where you obtained the sword, the platform push itself to the lower area, so access the opening to progress. You will then find yourself in the Resident Evil room with a lot of lasers. To get through the first set of lasers, just roll on the part where there's an opening for you to squeeze in. Then the second set of the lasers can be completed by accessing the left-hand side of the laser area while crouching, since there is going to be a big opening in this area that you can take advantage of so you can squeeze in. The third set of the lasers can be completed by just staying on the left-hand side of the area, as there is another wide opening that you can just walk through without getting fried. The last set of the lasers can be cleared easily by crouching and walking through an opening on the right-hand side. And notice that there's another circuit in here. Use your axiom force to line up the energy circuit floating in the area on its designated slot. Once the circuit perfectly lines up, gain height and just glide your way down while using the force pump technique to push the circuit in place. And you can just use your force current technique if you have it. Access the teleportation mechanism and it will lead you to the Vault of Vengeance final area. Notice that there's another rectangular energy source in the right hand corner of the machine. And then the next move is use your axiom force to line up the rectangular circuit. After it lines up, gain height and use your pump technique to put it in place as usual. What is left here is to access the middle part of the circular mechanism, cling to the center part of the machine, and use another pump strike to activate it. This will solve the entire puzzle of the Vault of Vengeance. So head to the huge black monument to gain your Abyss artifacts as a reward. Adjacent to the black monument from your current location, notice that there are vines that you can just burn with your focus light. Do so and get the treasure chest as a bonus reward containing an Abyss gear and a faded Abyss artifact. But what if you want to know the absolute best armor sets that you can get early? This video will guide you on everything you need to know, so click on it and I will catch you on the next one.